Welcome to your Moonday soul messages for this new moon in Pisces, just 2 days before we have our spring equinox here. I have this tiny little daffodil blossom that is just coming out, even though we have snow on the ground behind me. There's a plane. Hopefully that's not too loud for you all. I just picked a sprig of rosemary. I just love her. And these are lavender greens. They still smell like lavender. And I feel like the stirrings a little bit more this week of coming out of cave mode. I did make it to Seattle and back this weekend, although I don't know. I was feeling very internal on my drive back. Today I'm going to be using this Healing Waters deck that I haven't pulled from very much yet. So that's fun for me because there's going to be cards that I haven't seen other than when I, went through the deck myself. But also because it's new, the cards are a little bit sticky. And if you've ever had a new deck, you probably have had that sensation yourself. But let's see what messages are here from the Great Ma, from Source for us here today through these Healing Waters cards. I love thinking about all the ways that water connects us all. You've probably heard of the quote about how the water that we're drinking, or the statistic, I don't actually remember the exact statistic, but the water that we drink has been through at least, many other animals, including the dinosaurs, before we're then drinking it, because all the water that's here has never, is the water that's here, and we can't create more, and the water circulates around and we drink it, we pee it out, it gets lifted up into the sky and then rains back down, and just, it's so magical and wild to think about all the ways that water connects us, and that we're these meat suits, but also filled with water, walking around, and so much of us is made up of water molecules that hold memory. And that also in our mother's womb, we swam in her waters. So amazing. And if you didn't know, most of amniotic fluid is urine. So we swim in our own urine, although it's not the same type of urine that we have once we're born, but it's a little funny to think about. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just getting one card. Ooh, water codes, ancient wisdom, intelligence is within you. Yes, I feel that. I like that. Ride the waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Oh, I like how she looks like she's dancing even. And if you hear little crashes, a clump of snow just fell off the roof because it's warming up and melting. I hope that you also can hear not only that plane, but the birds chirping. It's one of the things that I like about recording these messages outside. I like to, in a way, bring you all outside with me, and I feel like we spend so much of our life inside, and the more that we can be outside and breathing the fresh air and seeing the skyline and the trees and being with the trees, and also allowing the trees not only for us to witness them, but for them to witness us, and all the things. I was singing a song the other day in the car, trying to make up a song about the air that we breathe, how it comes in and out, and anyway, okay, I'm getting distracted and I want to get through these messages. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, giving from a place of plenty. Oh my gosh, what a good message. Okay, so let's circle back and start back with water codes. Remember that the intelligence is within you, has been within you since the day you were born. Like, me saying this isn't what's bringing that intelligence to you. It's been there all along. So whenever you're questioning something, you're looking for an answer, this Water Codes card is reminding you that all the wisdom is actually within you, even if you haven't figured out how to access it or to interpret the information. Know that it's there and it's for you, and you actually have all the tools to receive those messages, even if you're feeling a little unsure and unsteady. I believe in you. So get a little quiet and listen to the answers that are within your own heart, soul, body, meat suit. And life is not just steady, right? Like, we don't have, it's not the same lighting all throughout each day. We have the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, and that's how it's meant to be. We're meant to ride up and down, and not just, life isn't meant to be stagnant. And yes, the dips down, they can be challenging, they can be hard, it can make it feel like you're never gonna like rise up again. But what I would say that I've learned from now these 43 years that I have gathered in this body and on this earth is that change is always coming. So when we're up, we're actually know that at some point things are going to go back down. And when we're down, things are going to rise again. When it's dark, the light will come. It's always darkest before the dawn. So if you're feeling challenged by some things, if you're feeling that growth edge, if you're worried that it's not going to end, that you're not going to make it through, let this be a sign, a signal, a message from Spirit that you will make it through. Just keep riding the waves the best that you can, and things will shift and you will rise up again. Things will feel more easeful again. The sacred well, replenishment, self-care, and giving from a place of plenty. This is such a wonderful reminder for everyone, but I think especially for women, and even more acutely for mothers. But women in general, we tend to care for everyone. We have this social nervous system that is different than males, that brings us into a greater focus of caring for those around us. And remember that we also need to care for ourselves, and that actually needs to be a priority so that we can be cared for and full by ourselves, that we deserve that, whether or not we're caring for other people. That is something that it feels like we've lost sight of it a little bit, that there's also this messaging to care for yourself so that you can care for others. And I don't want to say that. What I want to say is that, yes, like it says, give from a place of plenty, but I also want you to be in a place of plenty whether or not you need to care for other people. That should just be our normal, our baseline. So if you haven't taken the time to tend to yourself recently, let this be a reminder that you need to tend to yourself and make yourself a priority. Remember that the ancient wisdom is within you. When challenges come, when lessons and growth have you feeling like you can't do it, remember that you can and you will, and just continue to ride those waves. And be sure that you're taking time and energy to care for yourself, and also allowing yourself to be cared for by others when other people want to care for you. I hope that you have a beautiful equinox and that this new moon is so delightful for you, and I will see you on the next moon day with our waxing half moon in about a week's time.